I know it's necessary. It's kind of cheesy. Like,
when he gets on the boat and he looks over his shoulder.
I think I'm quite ready for another adventure. And he runs off with short arse, and they made of that smiling that they love so much with
that
the hobbits.
smiling almost ruins that trilogy.
And the and they're jumping on the bed and they're wearing their white wig.
They're jumping. And Gandalf's in ho ho ho. Did someone need to pay Jenny McCarthy money?
Did he...
Were they married? Or was it they just together?
Did they get married? I know she's with Donnie Wahlberg now.
That's right, aye.
Trade down.
Aye.
How many Waynes is Jenny McCarthy
How many
responsible for?
unvaxxed Waynes?
She's killed so many people.
Oh man, so many autistic Waynes are dead because of Jenny McCarthy.
Brutal.
Horrible woman.
Horrible person, man. So...
Do not cut that.
I'm keeping that fucker. We have not spoke in a week. This is... You've taken your glasses off and you're rubbing your forehead. Encino Man, a.k.a. California Man.
You have sworn me to silence. So, for anyone who doesn't know, I have not seen this movie before in my life.
How is that possible? Have you
It's
heard about
very
this?
possible.
Have you heard about this?
No. I didn't think that I had. Then once I watched the movie, I recognised clips from it. I just didn't know that it was from this movie. So, I'd heard of Pauly Shore.
Racing the Jews.
Don't.
Racing.
Please.
Budddddy.
I'm really trying to compose myself. I've heard of Pauly Shore. I've seen clips of him. I have seen him in like sketches. I think I seen that Biodome movie.
Yeah.
Like on Channel 4 at like 12:30 one night when I was like half pissed.
I was 6. I must have been 7 when this hit VHS shelves, and I went to My Global, and I still remember the vibrant marquee of Brendan Fraser skateboarding, and I rented this movie on repeat.
Can I ask a question?
Go for it.
Why?
This is like a Keith Haring like artwork is a movie. It's insane. You've got Pauly Shore, you've got post Rudy, Sean Astin, Brendan Fraser giving a great performance.
Okay. What? I said okay.
We kicked this whole thing off because I adore Brendan Fraser and I'm rooting for him at the Oscars. It's his time, although there are 2 nominees in this movie.
That's right, short rounds in this too.
That's it, man. This is when that guy was struggling for work and he was just a bit part in this, and he's up with an Oscar with the lead of the movie. That's so cool. The movie kicks off and Pauly Shore gets the hammer. He gets the and credit.
Right, now, again, this is my first introduction to a full Pauly Shore movie. I know who he is. I get the thing. This is the first time I've seen a movie. But at this time, wasn't he like a big deal on like MTV and stuff?
Huge. He was a huge personality, man. He'd already been an actor for a few years and cut his teeth. He did do some serious work. Phantom of the Mall, Eric's Revenge with Pauly Shore. I like it.
What I need to understand before we start talking about this is like, first of all, for some reason after I watched this movie, I looked up some trivia. He was originally supposed to be the caveman, Link, before Brendan Fraser was on board. But he turned it down. Have you heard this?
Go on.
Because the caveman doesn't talk, and the audience would miss his Pauly Shoreisms.
I would have, aye.
What a cunt. Like, oh my god, how arrogant is that? Oh no, I'm not going to be talking that much. Forget the fact that I'm the star of the movie. I need to get my shit in. I need to speak weird.
Would you rather just look at him though?
Right, that's another thing. How is this man in high school? This is a 42-year-old man.
Man. Oh, and Shore, yeah,
He's a rough looking 23 or whatever age he's supposed to be in this.
Opens with Ice Age and a caveman losing his cave woman. We get
a really disgusting scene where Sean Astin wakes up. It's like a nightmare. There's been an earthquake, and this like horrible slushy lands on his bed.
He is a piece of work in this movie, man.
He is. Right, thank
he
you.
An incel in this.
Yeah, well, okay, because I've wrote this. See, I thought you were going to just like love on this movie and love all the characters. Sean Astin is. I've actually wrote at one point he's a cuck. But we'll get to that. That's the worst. That's not the worst thing I've said about him.
Just to go back to the
Horrible
opening,
person.
we get what is the Ice Age. Do you remember Dinosaurs, the TV show?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Not the mama.
Yeah, that was a good impression.
Do you remember how it ends?
Yes, a really tragic ending.
Yeah, the Ice Age comes, man.
Yep.
But it is
Yeah, it
grim
just fades and it's just credits.
Yeah. Sean Astin digging. This isn't how a pool works.
He's in his own back garden with a shovel, trying to dig his own pool.
We get some PM Dawn over the soundtrack.
Yes, but here's the thing. He wants to be the prom king, in quotes. That his whole plan is that if he builds a pool by hand, then people will respect him.
The 90s was a different time, man. You could dig a big fuck off hole and people would like you.
But why doesn't he just get a contractor? He's just out the back digging a hole, right? But that's the movie. He's digging a hole because he wants to build a pool, because he thinks that if he builds a pool, everybody in high school will think he's popular. Why doesn't he just buy a pool?
You used to kick yourself in the head to make people like you, man.
But I never dug a pool. Kicking yourself in the head is instant.
If
Digging a pool takes months.
Dug a pool, you'd have had pals, right?
What? Like, that's funnier because I grew up in like a wee council estate and it was my back garden was concrete.
Aye, if I wanted a pool in my tenement in the scheme I grew up in, we got what everybody else got in the scheme. It was the thing in Argos where it was two clamshells, one of them was sand and one of them was water.
That's right, yes.
Get our introduction to your man. Paulie Shore comes in, having told us he just snaked a bagel.
Wait, so, alright, okay, before we get into this, is this like a language?
Yes.
Wait,
you're
what I mean
getting
is... I've finally seen it. What I mean is, does he speak like this in every movie?
Every movie, this is his thing. So he does have a few classics. Son-in-Law is really good. Jury Duty,
I saw the IMDb cover page.
very funny. In the
Sure
army
it's
now
not.
is kind of the last hurrah. Greasing the do-back.
What does that mean?
Going with the flow, man.
Okay.
Wheezing on the buffest.
Smoking?
Getting high on life.
Okay.
Horse ride. Rough ride.
Rough time. Yes.
Sean Astin's little sister says he won't go to prom, calls him a disease.
Sister?
I really like her.
No, like...
She's just telling him what he is.
Yeah, well, the thing is, the more this movie goes on, the more I start to hate Sean Astin and then start sympathising with the little sister.
So we're told about Robin Sweeney, and we're told she became a major babe.
Right, yes, okay. So what I've wrote here is, wow, this movie's creepy. This is my notes. I'm writing this as I'm watching.
He carries around a photo of him and his love interest in the
get to
bath,
that.
his children.
Thank you. We'll get to that at the ice skating rink. Okay, so they go into high school. It cuts them high school.
Whoa, you're missing something, son. He calls him Krusty. Krusty.
Your face.
Krusty.
What does that mean?
You're crusty? Ugh.
Just, you're a mink.
You'll be crusty.
Oh, I hate you. Right, okay.
Scooter into school. Who is
First
this
of all-
45-year-old man riding the scooter through these students?
Honestly, I was like, at this point in the movie, I didn't realise that he was a student. I thought, is this his like weird uncle / neighbour? Do you know that character you got in sitcoms who was always floating about with the kids?
You thought it was a Kramer type?
Yeah, exactly. I thought it was like a Kramer, the neighbour who just sort of walks into the house and then he's driving through school and I'm like, he's not a student, is he?
Paulie Shore was 25.
When this movie was filmed, oh wow, that's rough. He looks about 40. So they start referring to this girl groomingly, talking about when she was younger, or she hadn't hit babehood yet, and Paulie Shore looks at her and says, milk does the body good.
Oh, yeah.
What a horrible thing to say. What a horrible thing to say.
Yeah.
He looks at her and he doesn't like say it like, oh, milk does the body good. He goes, milk does the
you
body
could suggest
good.
they're both crusty, man. They're both crusty guys, man.
They're
both
crusty as fuck.
A lot of stuff in this movie, not that dated fashion-wise. It
No.
really isn't.
Well, this is what I was going to say, Paulie Shore as well. I think it's kind of came around now where like, well, not me and you, but like maybe kids today will wear this stuff to look vintage. Whereas this was like the brand new fashion at the time.
This was the new fashion, yeah. Like, I mean, the mullet's back, man.
Mullet's coming back, and there's a lot of like baggy stuff.
Baggy's back in a big way. I didn't expect that either.
Trainers that are untied or don't have laces.
Go back to baggy jeans. I don't know what I was thinking in the first place.
Oh, baggy jeans and those hoodies with the bike chain.
Oh, my first chain was a pet shop chain, man, because I couldn't find what they were doing. And we tied it on with shoelace. And
that's a scheme chain.
It was a schemey chain.
So we're in class now, and I might pronounce this wrong. Rick Ducommun?
Teacher is Canadian actor Rick Ducommun, amazing in The Burbs. He's in Blank Check. Do you know Blank Check?
Been a while, but yes.
90s movie. And one of my favourites, MVP, Most Valuable Primate.
Nope.
The hockey playing monkey?
Nope.
Okay.
You forgot his best credit.
Go on.
He is the guy who cuts off the power supply in Die Hard.
He is the guy. He gets pressured into doing it.
Yeah, he's like, cut it off now, the FBI. So he cuts it off and the safe opens.
Good career, man. That's a
pretty solid IMDb.
We lost him, man. Yeah, he's gone.
Yeah, I know, I've seen that 2015.
Good actor, man. Good actor.
Yeah.
Always good in small parts.
He's very conveniently teaching this class about cavemen, about glaciers, and that ice age.
As the board says, Cro-Magnon, man. I can't say I know much about this. I was told to do spam science. I wanted to do biology. She said, I don't think it's for you, Kim.
Chemistry, biology, or physics. Physics was out the window automatically because you need to be smart.
I could have told you then you weren't getting.
So, biology or chemistry, and I had the biggest crush on the new biology teacher.
Did you have chemistry?
So the meme, John Aston waves to the girl, and then from out of frame, the boyfriend, who's the bully of the movie.
This is Michael DeLuise of Dom DeLuise's son.
Son, is that who that is?
Peter DeLuise was on 21 Jump Street with Johnny Depp.
I see. All right, okay, right, understand. Okay, did he come back in the movie in the remake? Was he the other?
He was the other guy, so that was really sweet that they shared that scene together. Michael DeLuise is the bully, really good in this, man. He's like, he really gets into it.
It actually goes really dark at one point as well. We'll get to that, but so that's a very funny gif. You know, it's hard to explain it on a podcast. You've probably seen it and didn't realise that it was from this movie.
It's framed really well.
Oh yeah, it's excellent. It's really funny.
Ella, played by Robin Tunney, who I adore.
Man, I've got the biggest crush on her in this movie.
She's beautiful, man. And like Empire Records was not long after this, so that was the massive one. Prison Break as well.
Prison Break, they killed her?
That was one of the darkest scenes, man.
Oh yeah.
He just comes out with bags.
Yep.
And it's implied it's her.
Yeah.
Ella in this movie likes a Neanderthal. But everybody wants to bang this caveman.
He's the most bangable caveman ever.
Back to the pool. We've not even done a dent. We've noticed one.
Still out one. They go back to the pool, keep digging. They find some dish. Pauly Shore, for some reason, knows exactly what this is and the name of it. And then an earthquake happens again. Sean Astin drops it. It flies up in the air. He has to jump and catch it. It's a really weird scene that could have been cut from this movie. Did it make any sense to you?
They just wanted a way to show he lands on this caveman.
Yeah, so he lands on the caveman. Right, and this is the bit that got me. So they find the caveman. That bit, for some reason, in my brain, I can comprehend. Like, they've discovered a caveman in his pool. Cool. What I can't comprehend is it now cuts to these two high school children have developed this very complicated pulley system to get him out. So they've got rope, they've got scaffolding, they've got a lawnmower that's all tied to.
We never get Pauly Shore's like family life or history though. This guy knows stuff.
But like, this is like, he could maybe work in construction because they construct like a small scaffold to get this caveman out of this pool.
They could have come up with something better to get the dirt out of this pool to begin with.
Yes, also it's very weird. Anyway, they get the caveman, they put him in the garage.
Put him in the garage. We get a very cute dog. I do want to mention the dog. Very cute dog.
Dog's cute. That'll come into play later. The dog does get a nice wee scene with Brendan Fraser.
Why would finding a caveman mean fame, fortune?
Thank you.
I cannot get my head around this.
Right,
Like, if you became the guy that became rich and famous based off the caveman, like, would you be a dick eventually about that? Would you be like, would you be arrogant about it?
According to Sean Astin, you become a dick immediately.
Sean Astin thinks they're going to E.T. this caveman. He mentions a couple of times that he's going to be in a slab. They're not going to cut up a teenage caveman.
Yeah, that's what he says. He says if they find them, they'll cut him up and stuff. And it's like, how do you know that?
I really don't think they'd have done that.
I think if they found him, they would
Study
maybe take some blood off him. Maybe like take a wee couple of skin cells and some hair. But they're not going to just like kill him.
Darker film anyhow, that one. I see at this age, and I was, 17 looking after a caveman, he'd have been dead in a week.
Oh, 100%. In fact, he wouldn't even be dead. He would just have fucked off.
He would have left.
He would just
and he'd have
have
been
left.
right to do it.
Why does Brendan Fraser stick around in this movie?
Better looking than the pair of them. He's tall, he's cool, he can draw and stuff.
He is frozen millions of years ago, and then he's been unthawed, and there's cars, there's helicopters, there's houses, there's other people. Why is he not freaking the fuck out?
Oh, you'd lose your mind.
He seems to be taking it pretty well.
There is a drama here where he's no really like skateboarding and stuff, but he's just coming to terms with
He's in that empty pool weeping in the fetal position, just going. But he immediately eats that dog. So
he'd cook the dog in a minute.
Cook it bare hands. He rips that dog open.
Michael Myers it.
Yes, he cracks the neck of the dog, rips its spleen out, and just eats it.
I'm glad we didn't get that version. They swear secrecy about the caveman, like you said. He runs into school the next day and
immediately tells this girl so that she'll like him.
She would have never have looked in his direction again if he went up to her and said he found a caveman.
She should have been like, did you get high with Stoney?
She should have been like, get away from me.
Get away from
disease.
Me. You fucking wee dick.
You wee weirdo.
You wee creepy incel.
You weird old pal.
So anyway, the boyfriend, who is the bully, of course, because of course the love interest has to have the bully boyfriend.
Very unhappy with David. He's very unhappy with Sean
kind of
Astin.
rightfully so at this point.
He's kind of got a reason, man.
He's kind of like, stop hanging about my girlfriend.
Constantly got this baby photo of the Paris you're showing everybody. That's no cool, man.
Really weird. So he then staples him to a wall.
If you told me the day to go round the corner and there was a modern day Sean Astin stapled to a wall, I would be round there in a heartbeat.
No, the visual's funny, but you can't staple somebody to a wall.
Yes, you did, and he did it, and it was brilliant.
No, it would immediately just like fall under the weight of him though, because like staples can't hold you up.
You'd have rattled a few staples into Sean Astin, man.
That's a full gun. Let's see how.
Shush!
This was funny.
Shush!
The shush is very funny.
This is his sort of catchphrase.
He says it at the end as well at the prom, which we'll get to, spoiler. But shush is quite funny.
He writes a big "eat me" on his forehead. It's very American, but I do like an
I think that's it. Like if I went into my school tomorrow, that'd be weird because I'm an old man. Why would I be going into school? But
Probably sure, buddy.
Eat me, bird.
That's the first you've done. I've not watched this in less than 10 years. Again, huge Fraser fan. I do love even the stuff that people make fun of. George of the Jungle. He's always animated in it. He's a guy that doesn't just collect a paycheck. He never has been.
No. He gives it his best. And I know I was joking with you earlier about this. He does give a good performance in this movie as a big idiot. George of the Jungle.
If you need to sell this movie, he did that for you. He did bring that to life, and he did it unapologetically, and he was great, man.
Big, handsome guy.
Totally.
Charming.
He's what you'd call a big lug. He's...
Yes.
So charming, man. He does a Bob here. Neo.
So the first thing this caveman does when he gets unthawed is step out the garage. Garage?
I'll take you, though.
And immediately steps on a rake.
Do you like it?
No, not for me.
You don't like a rake joke?
And The Simpsons, Sideshow Bob, is done so well because it's so overdone.
You could say they ripped
funny.
it off for this. You could say they ripped off Encino Man, Rido. You could say it. In fact, I'm going to start saying it. They ripped off Encino Man.
Did they?
They ripped
Was
off
this first?
93, that they were
Encino
4
Man's
seasons into Simpsons. Aye, I'd have said this did it first.
Fair enough. Although Simpsons done it better. That's it, the noise that Kelsey Grammer makes, and he keeps making it. And I don't know if they loop the same recording or if he just keeps on going. Oh.
I really like that gag. She's one of my favourite episodes. And she explains that she was actually Roadrunner, but she just did the first meep, but they doubled up.
And then the dog licks him. This is what I said.
So cute. I like him and the
It's
dog.
a cute little scene. But again, if this is a real caveman, that dog's dead immediately.
The trailer shot, this is a trailer shot. It's also the Predator 2 opening shot where he climbs the mound and we see that he's not actually in prehistoric times. It's that
You can see the California.
You can see the valley.
Yeah. Again, this is actually a good shot. Like cinematically, it's quite good.
It was cool opening Predator 2 because they did it from the bush.
Yeah.
And they did the jungle noise and they lifted to the city. It was really cool.
But
Underrated
again,
movie, man.
At this point is when he should start freaking out.
He does kinda. He tries to fight a garbage truck and he
That's quite funny.
Fighting the mailman was really funny.
Yeah.
He has like a stick.
Yeah, and he takes his package off him and takes the rope off package and throws it over his shoulder because he just wants the string.
And you get that nice big boxy sound effect that you also got in Ace Ventura at the start when he's got a big box and he's smashing
love
it.
that sound effect.
Oh, I love that
He
sound
was
effect.
kicking it down the hallway.
He's kicking it.
And it's just broken glass everywhere. And he goes, "Hello, Satan."
Link's wandering through the house like you mentioned. He steps in the remote. We get a Terminator scene that does come back.
But he's watching it and then there's like a song comes on.
Sacred Reich was that? Was it
And
the metal bar?
Yeah. And
Sacred Reich, I
dancing.
think. Yeah.
How's he not like, what is this noise? Who are these people? They come home, they find out that he's been unfawed. Then they see all the cave drawings and it leads them to Dave's room. He's in there trying to start a fire. If he's a caveman, why is he struggling so much with this? You'd think he'd be able to start a fire no bother.
They reason with the caveman. And he's mentioning again he's going to get ET. Do you think government's coming to cut up this caveman?
All they're going to do is maybe come and collect him, put him in the back of a motor and drive him away, and maybe give him some money for the find. The finder's fee.
Hopefully a lot more than what Sean Astin gives him later, which I think amounts to $350 and change.
As a joke.
I can't need it.
That fucking weasel sound that he does. I hate Pauly Shore. I hate him so much I don't even know him. The bathing montage now. One of many montages.
Are you ready? This movie is montage the movie.
Montage daft.
Are you? I'm hoping you're gonna drop the beat here, man. Right said Fred.
Yes. So
I'm too sexy.
So this is the most generic.
I believe this is the number one as well that did it. This is the catalyst. This is the
probably.
birth.
I mean, it suits the time period. It's fine. First of all, this is the first of many times where this caveman should just murder these two children with his bare hands. So they're washing him. He's never had a bath before. He must be freaking out.
You could just show him what to do. They're
Just
getting in there.
stick him in a shower, or even stick him in a bath full of water. But like, here's some
Just
soap.
move
Figure
about.
it. But they bathe him like a big child. He won't. His skin won't be adapted.
His
to all
immune
these
system will
chemicals.
be totally different.
He's going to get one cold and die, like the robots for that War of the Worlds.
Oh, aye. And the way the ladies like him, man, this guy's going to be spreading like prehistoric STDs everywhere.
Wow, he's probably got
Manky Raptor stuff. Link kind of gets his name as bad as Solo does in Solo. He just goes, I don't know, the missing link.
I hate their handshake. Pauly Shore and Sean Astin get this weird finger handshake thing that they go. Fuck off.
How are you explaining this?
The kitchen is a complete riot, and Sean Astin goes, "Oh, I was trying to make you guys dinner." Immediately grounded for making such a mess. But again, the parents are idiots in this because he's just like, "Oh, this I told you about this last week. This is an exchange student from Estonia." And they're just like, "Oh, I must have forgot that you said that to me." And they just buy it.
I just wrote Link lifts up the dog at one point. I thought this was great. He's got the dog on his shoulders.
Nah, not for me.
No.
Again, he should kill and eat this dog in front of the family. So, Link loves tits. They find this poster.
Calls them...
A buxom woman. Gonzotas.
Gonzotas? Gazongas?
No, there's a Z in there somewhere.
Gonzangas?
Gonzangas, I think that's what it is. Pauly Shore says. A wild Rose McGowan appears. They take him to the office and they're just like, "This is our friend. He now goes to school here." And she just says, "Okay."
You can't just do that.
He's got no ID.
There has to be paperwork. Can't he just show up and say, "I go to this school now"?
They just bring this caveman into school, go up to the office and go, "This is the new Estonian exchange student." And the woman at the office just like, "Alright." And that is it. That's your explanation. There's nothing.
The big move that he makes here, and the thing that people think is really cool, he does this jump. He would have snapped
His ankles. I don't care that he's a caveman. If you jump for that height, you're going to get hurt.
You don't have superhuman strength if you're a caveman.
Cavemen
apart
aren't
from
immune.
Captain Caveman.
Yeah, I know. Well, yes, of course. But cavemen aren't immune to falling for great heights.
Like draws a chalkboard ding dong.
What is this Spanish class? So they're in the Spanish class and they're all wearing headsets.
Spanish will just be because California.
Yeah, no, I'm not questioning the fact why do they have a Spanish
It's very
class.
close
It's just the fact
to Mexico.
Yes. No, it's not.
Toonie wants to meet Link at Blades. Did you ever go to ice skating, me man? That's what we did in first year.
No, there wasn't any ice skating around us. The only sort of ice skating you could go to was at Brayhead.
I went on Friday nights. That was the sort of time when like Malcolm in the Middle or Buffy would play BBC 2, 6 o'clock slot.
Yes, that's right.
I'd go for the bus and go to the ice skating. It's so cool. Me and all my friends would go and they would like get off all these birds and I'd just stand there and watch it. Couldn't skate much either.
You're just standing there.
True story.
You're just standing there holding my ice skate.
Hey buddy, I was the Polly Shore.
I'm trying to kick myself in the head.
I died at this. Tunny wants to meet Link at Blades, but she tells Polly Shore that he smells.
He does.
He does, man.
You can smell him through the
This
telly.
guy smells of beef.
What did you say?
Beef.
I was going to say weed, but beef is so much better. Beefy weed. Right, this is the convenience store.
This is the scene. Wheezing the juice. Oh, that was terrible.
No, it's terrible, but this doesn't sound any better when you hear him say it.
You're stealing the juice. You're taking the juice.
You're just putting your manky mouth under a tap.
I see these hot dog machines yous all use in these shops. Yeah.
I do not want me in with those people. No, I'm not touching a convenience store hot dog.
Meat group.
He's telling Brendan Fraser about his diet, which consists only of candy bars, which is fine. It goes with Pauly Shore's character that eats just candy bars, and he's a teenager, apparently even though he's 40. The convenience store workers in this, it's the guy from the terminal that I spoke about before.
Yeah.
And
Mr. Deeds.
And the guy from Mr. Deeds.
Wheezing the juice with Jenk wheezing the juice.
No.
What?
No.
What do you mean?
Anything that Pauly Shore says, I'm going to say no.
But he wheezes the juice.
What does it mean?
Stealing the juice?
Oh, of course, yeah, we spoke about that. So that wheezing just means like sucking it out.
You're just taking an opportunity to steal some juice.
And also, he calls them by their name and he makes a burrito in their microwave
They
in
know
the
him.
convenience store.
He's a regular.
He's their friend, isn't he? Like, that's his family.
It's a long shift, retail, man. You welcome these maniacs sometimes. You know what that was like.
Oh, I do know what that was like. We had to put up with some terrible people.
They get kicked out the store. He does the Terminator.
He says, I'll be back.
You a roller coaster guy? Do you like theme parks?
Yes, love them. Although there's not many around here, apart from M&D's.
Pure Shanna.
Shanna, really terrible.
Dinner scene. We get Link drinking the mustard. Do you like mustard? On a dog?
Mustard's okay on a dog. I'm not a big fan of mustard, I'm not going to lie.
Everybody's horny for this caveman.
I laugh at a Pauly Shore joke. The only one in the movie that I laugh at here.
Okay.
Well, laugh's kind. I sort of half smile. So they walk in and they're big losers, of course, at the ice skating rink. Two guys throws a skateboard.
Do you recognise one of them? Famous character actor,
No.
Event Horizon. This is character actor Jack Noseworthy in quite a small role. He was in the John Bon Jovi video.
Which one? Have a nice day.
And I will love you. It's the one with the.
That
It's
was
the
a good Bon
artist.
Jovi.
Thank you so much. It's the one with the artist, and he's like jealous, and there's this other guy
Yes.
involved, and they're listening to John Bon
I
Jovi,
know
and
the
it's
one.
sweaty and erotic.
So anyway, this character actor throws a skateboard in front of Dave. Pauly Shore says, "Hey man, that's not cool. He could have injured his pancreas." It's the specificity of pancreas that made me laugh.
It's funny watching this older because he's actually funnier and he's more subdued throwaway comments
Like
rather
that.
than the big
He's
stuff.
not trying to do a big voice. He just
No.
says he could have injured his pancreas. We meet the love interest again, and he shows her this picture. He's like, "Hey, I've seen you naked," and he pulls that picture of her as a baby. You creep! You fucking
Well
pig.
done, man. She wants to fuck you immediately. That was the move.
Yeah,
he did it.
He comes up all smooth, like, "I've seen you naked," and then pulls out this Polaroid that he just hangs it out, like, just takes with him
Here's a
everywhere.
baby photo of us.
When we were in a bath together, when we were literally 1 year old. And then, again, the bully of the movie, her boyfriend, comes
Him and
over.
Link have a moment as Link's doing this cave drawing with ketchup and mustard. They growl at each other, it's intense.
Yeah, he looks at him and he realises he doesn't like him.
Bully throws Samwise down the ice and punches Link. Link doesn't know how to respond.
Again, literally, the only thing Link should be able to do is fight people. See when he punches him, he's a caveman.
He should be pure id. It should be sex and rage.
Yes, that's what I don't understand.
Darker movie, but interesting.
And much better. Maybe like what should be happening is the ice just turns red like the water in Jaws because he punches this bully so hard that his face caves into the ice. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't understand why this caveman of all people is subdued.
That was a bit violent.
So you look very uncomfortable now.
Another montage. We teach Link how to fight.
This is a self-defense montage.
Wrestling tapes.
They watch wrestling tapes and kung fu movies and action films. This is fine. I actually laughed here when they make him like the Rocky scene where they break all the eggs and then he eats the shells.
Yeah.
That was pretty funny.
When he cooks this frog, I rewound this over and over. I still...
And he takes a bite out of the frog. He just bites the head right off the
So
frog.
funny.
Immediately, a popularity montage about him becoming popular in school. We have back-to-back montages.
Yeah, it's funny how much is really summarised in this movie like that. Like, this is his rise in popularity suddenly in 30 seconds.
Yes, it's like...
Even though the movie's told you this guy's cool, he's got a
Yeah.
pass.
The hip-hop guys like him because he can dance, even though he can't. The computer geeks like him because he can now use a computer. That's never explained how he knows how to do that.
We get an incredible, although short appearance by Ki Hugh Kwan.
Yeah, short round.
And
And
this
also-
shows you that both actors are together and now nominated. And for Ki Hugh Kwan, this was a really small role for an actor that was probably just trying to pay the bills. I thought it was really cool seeing him in this, knowing that he's nominated now. That is amazing.
Yes, yeah, good for him. And I'm sure he got a paycheck for
They
this.
hug as well, and it's just nice, man. I like that Link's the big guy that's cool with the geeks, and it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
that
because
kind of
he's a
social-
caveman and he doesn't
Yeah.
have a...
social status.
Yeah, because it's a construct. It's not actually a real thing that, you know. Then we go on a field trip. Why, even for Dave and Stoney, who are two idiots at this point, why are they not like, hey man, we're going on a field trip to the Natural History
They
Museum?
don't care about this caveman's feelings.
And they don't even think this might be a bit weird because
This might
he's...
trigger this guy.
And I like this scene. Yeah, because he's, he freaks out, he sees the cavemen, he sees all these skeletons, he realises that he knows nothing about the world, he knows nothing about biology.
It goes from a cartoon to a dramatic moment. He has range.
Yeah, and he's trying to light the fire again, almost as if he's like...
Whilst he's fighting the tears. And
Yeah.
it's
It's a
brutal.
good
He's
scene.
really struggling, and
Uh-huh.
they catch wind of this, and you feel a moment between the three of them. This driving lesson was hilarious. Can I run you down what this guy said? Parallel parking is not a thing. Understand, it's not a feeling, it's not a state of mind, and it's not one of your disco dances. He had 5 minutes screen time, and he was going to use every second of it.
He was like the taxi driver in Rat Race.
The instructor asks what Link is looking at, and then tells him to shoot his barber.
Then he takes the car. Do we need to see a car driving sideways in the 90s? Probably possible, but like...
Getting up.
Ooga. Obviously, you could get a car up sideways now, but I just feel that modern cars would probably like just know what you do, or they would just beep, wouldn't they?
I feel like Musk would charge you extra for that. Like, the instructor is really impressed by Link's driving. I really like that.
You really like this instructor. I have no feelings on him. I've not even got a note. This scene was just in one ear and out the other for me. Although at this point, I'm almost checked out of this movie. I'm looking at the clock at this point.
They go to a seedy... They just go into the bar from, is it Weird Science with the stereotypes as well?
Man, there is some Mexicans in this bar.
There are Mexicans
And when
in
I
this
say
bar.
Mexicans, I mean...
And they want you to know that they're Mexican.
The most stereotypical racist Mexican bar you've ever seen.
Sean Astin is a problem in this scene.
Yes, a big problem. Pauly Shore sits beside them. This is where he does the weasel sound effect. Thank you for that. And they make him drink. They make this minor drink with them.
You say minor, let's remember.
I know he's about 40, but like in the context of the movie, he's a high school kid.
So this lead guy tells Pauly Shore that if anyone touches his woman, he'll kill them.
And then immediately we see Brendan Fraser kidnap her.
Lifts her, runs off with her.
So she's sitting basically like breaking the lens here, just looking directly at the camera basically. Brendan Fraser's head comes up out of frame.
The way they've cut it with the story,
which is quite funny, but then he just picks her up and takes her away.
Kind of pays back to what Robin Tooney said before with the teacher. He would just pick you up and run away with you. Like
Yeah, but he literally just kidnaps a Mexican woman.
We cut back to Michael DeLuise, the bully, with his trio.
Looking at the permanent records at the school.
Breaking into school. There is no elaborate scheme or revenge I would have cared that much about that would have got me into high school outside of the hours between 9 and 4.
No.
I would have never went near the school.
No, but this happens in like every movie. They check the records. And we spoke about this earlier. He has no records.
They replaced it with a Doug's file.
But you think the woman behind the counter would be like, this is for a Doug.
This is a Doug. This whole thing's elaborate. Is that a caveman?
Exactly.
What's going on?
Boom, credits. So the cops then bust this bar.
Link dances with Robin and Samwise is raging.
He's envious at jail. He turns into Gollum.
Which you are at this age, but I was like this at this age. I
But
was
he's-
a nightmare at this
But
age.
he's not like raging like, oh man, he's more like, I am going to kill this caveman.
But you do, that is a big problem. You're a teenage guy. Paranoia, like jealousy and stuff like that. But
It's not his
out of it
girlfriend. She has a boyfriend.
totally free. She's
You
just,
have a naked picture of her as a baby. That's all your
That's all you've
relationship
got.
is to her.
that's all it is.
See if that's his girlfriend and she's dancing with the hot caveman. I get that he would be like, well, what you doing? That's my bird. You have no... He thinks that he owns her.
You have no stake, man.
But not only does he think he owns the caveman, he thinks that she's his property as well. When she's not even his girlfriend.
It's kind of shocking he ends up with her in this movie.
It's disappointing.
I would have preferred Link got with her.
Or nobody did.
Or
And
nobody did, and
she
she's happy
escapes these
single.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Using his one phone call to ask her to prom.
She knocks him back, which is hilarious, and says she wants to. Can you ask Link? The girlfriend or the love interest gets dropped off at her house by the Mexicans. Her and Pauly Shore. On a lowrider. So they're in a lowrider. I'm not joking. They're in a lowrider. Pauly Shore's in the back teaching them Spanish. They drop her off at her house, and her boyfriend's there waiting for her, like stalking her at her own house. And he gets like, this seems like pure dark. He gets right in her face and like threatens her. And it's just like, oh, they're up to something, blah blah blah. And then she tries to walk past him. He puts his arm out to stop her walking past. Really like domestic abuse.
I think you could argue he's the real caveman.
Very good.
This next scene is still shocking. He takes this caveman to the edge of town and tries a ramble.
He literally gives him like...
Because he fancies his bird. No, Link doesn't even care about Robin.
Link doesn't
all.
fancy her.
Not
Link
at
just
all.
wanted to dance at this Mexican
He's
club.
just a nice guy.
And he's so jealous that he drives him to the edge of town, gives him about $5 worth of change, and he's like, here's some money.
No, even for food, he says, here's some money for the racing game.
And he just walks away.
This caveman doesn't know finances.
And then...
Doesn't know he got a bus.
He doesn't know anything of the world. He is a caveman, like, and he's like, here's some money and a suitcase, which I assume is full of clothes.
You're letting this caveman loose in LA, naive, looking like Brendan Fraser in the early 90s, man. He is ending up in gay porn in 10.
100%.
It's going to happen, and he'll probably be very successful.
That's what I was about to say. That is another movie.
Oh, I'd watch that. He's attempting to ditch this caveman. It's really sad. Pauly Shore shows up. He is good in this scene.
No, he is not. Pauly Shore is trying to act here. I'll give him his due. Like,
I think he's good here, man.
he's still talking like a fucking big idiot.
Sean Astin tells him the only thing you care about is nugs, chilling and grindage. Thoughts?
I don't see any problem with that. I'm not Farah, a stony, but like, he's again.
He knows what he likes.
Aye, he likes nugs,
Chilling and grindage.
aye, and like that's what he likes. Leave him alone.
This is what a fight looks like.
It seems you're fighting
If
your
me
pal.
and you got in a fight, this is what it would look
Aye.
like.
Trying to get each other in headlocks, so I just pulling each other's shirt a wee bit.
People laughing all around us.
Aye, people would be videoing it, being
You
like,
gonna pump me, man?
we buy him dinner first. Like, and then Brendan Fraser sees this pathetic attempt at manhood and he comes over and like separates them and like they apologise to each other and then they all hug
It's
it out.
nice, man.
It's fine.
This is where Sean Astin is suddenly a really good guy. He gets Brendan Fraser looking good for prom.
No, he's not a good guy. He's the worst here. He becomes the dad at prom. Like, he gets him ready. He comes downstairs in his casual clothes, not his prom outfit. She's like, "Are you ready to go?" And he's like, No, go with the caveman. Brendan Fraser appears. He's wearing like a kind of... he's kind of done up for prom. He's got his hair in a ponytail. He's got a nice jacket.
It looks good, man.
It looks good. He's like, "Use kids, go on your way. Have a good night." He's acting like a dad.
It's to show that he's compassionate about Link a day after potentially ditching him.
Yeah, aye, it's a really weird scene. The bullies show up at his house and break in through his bedroom window.
Michael DeLuise breaks through the window. They break a frame and...
A really funny pratfall here when he lands on the hammock.
Agreed. Smashes a frame which obviously Sean Astin has just what looks like a sort of portrait photo of Robin.
Which looks like it's been taken behind a tree or something.
It looks like it's been taken out of her house.
Yes, aye, it's a really creepy picture.
He
Also,
keeps-
behind this picture, there's loads of pictures of the caveman ice
So
block.
he's kept the defrosting Polaroids behind this picture, and they are these rotten.com-esque images of this hunk of ice defrosting. Michael DeLuise says, "Gotcha."
Aye, he's like, "Gotcha, this is proof that it's a caveman." It's not proof of anything.
It
They're
doesn't
the
even mean
most
anything.
blurry pictures of
A block
something.
of ice maybe in a brown room.
Do you know what they look like? It looks like, remember those little aliens in the goo?
The goo. And you were always told they would open their eyes at midnight and at New Year's Eve, and you always checked their eyes at midnight and they never opened.
No, none of that.
Was that no the room in your school?
No.
Oh,
I
real?
remember us throwing them on the roof in the classroom and they'd be up there for about a month and then it'd slowly peel off. So I remember that rumor about the Milky Bar kid.
Oh, I knew that about the Frosties kid.
Oh, was it the
Got to
Frosties?
take, right,
He put the
pencils up his nose.
pencils up his nose and smashed his head
Aye,
off
but
the
that
table.
really happened.
What? It's prom. It's the same prom scene that's in every movie. There's a king and queen getting crowned. He jumps up on stage. He's like, "I've got something I want to say." He's got a couple of Polaroid pictures with nothing on them. And in fairness, the thing I do like about this scene is that
They don't
when
care.
he reveals it, he's a caveman, they all just start laughing.
See if it was real life, right? And honestly, and just total honesty, you were like, "Oh, that guy's a caveman. Like he was unfrozen. Like that guy earlier. Like that guy was a caveman." I'd be like, "I don't care. I don't care."
I would also be like, no, he's not. I would just refuse to believe it. I just so unrealistic. I'd be like, is he fuck?
I would rather talk to anybody else. What would I ask a caveman? I have no interest.
I like, see if it was like proven, like, no, he is a caveman. He's been to doctors. He was unfrozen. I'd be like,
He's been in the doctors. He's been doing the GPs. We promise he's a caveman.
he's got a sick line for caveman. You know what I mean, though? Like, it's been proven without a shadow of a doubt.
Right, okay. And I
And he
know
goes-
you're right, so... Right. What would you ask this caveman, Ryan?
Literally nothing. Because, like, he's got no frame of reference. I would be like, alright, man, you into sticks? Although you could be like, did you battle a saber-toothed tiger?
But the 90s... He does this big prom review. Yeah, nobody would have cared about this at all.
So I like that, the fact that they all just start laughing, like they don't care. Link
Link.
finally punches him back and spins him
It's
around.
good.
The wrestling move that he learned in the montage So whatever, fine, we've got the dance scene to close out the movie. What is this band, this prom band?
This is Infectious Grooves. Mike Moore of Suicidal Tendencies. Got Dean Pleasance on guitar. It's like a supergroup.
Sean Astin kisses the girl at the end.
Yeah.
That shouldn't have happened. Link and Stoney find more cave drawings. They go upstairs.
From the start of the movie.
Yep.
She's not dead.
So is that... Right, so this is what I don't understand. Are the two people at the very start of the movie these two?
They're a couple.
So that means that there's maybe a potential sequel?
Encino Woman.
Yes, which did get made. Did you know this? Yep. I've not seen it. This is the bit.
I love that you think I maybe thought that you watched the sequel before this one.
Pauly Shore, this is before we hit credits. Pauly Shore threatens that he's going to be back.
It's just you didn't do many of them, so I need to take what I've got, and I'm pretty happy with it. Gives one wheezing one. Wheeze the juice. I'm not looking at you, man.
Right, no, you go first.
Wheezing the juice.
So it's juice that you really need to squeeze.
Yeah.
Oh, very much like juice. Wheezing the juice.
Did you hate this movie?
I hate this movie.
You'll never watch this again.
I'll never watch this again.
What?
I hated this movie.
Can you see why it would be a big deal?
Pauly Shore is insufferable. Brendan Fraser, I guess, tries his hardest. But again, he's a caveman, so he's got very few lines. So, like, Brendan Fraser, the most charismatic and best actor in the movie, isn't he saying anything? He's just grunting and looking handsome, which he does very well.
You enjoyed that?
Sean Astin is a horrible little human being, just a little piece of shit. Robin Tunney looks great. She's horny throughout this entire movie. That's something, I guess. I don't know, I've got no time for any of it. 0.5 coconuts.
Oh!
Gets a 0.5 for Robin Tunney.
That is offensive. You are insane. 0.5. That's reserved for, like, The Animal with Rob Schneider.
Well, that's a straight 0.
Whoa. Oh, yeah, this is just still the 90s to me. Obviously, watching it now at 35 is a much different experience, but I do still like the aesthetics of it. I like Brendan Fraser in this quiet role. He said he was basing it off of like a sort of Buster Keaton silent performance, and I think that's totally evident throughout. He does do a lot with nothing, and I like how serious he takes it the entire time.
Yeah, I mean, he does a good job of what he's got to work with, which is nothing. Really.
Nothing at all.
But he does try his hardest, and you can tell that he's trying, but, I mean, he can't make chicken salad out of chicken shit.
I would argue the whole thing doesn't work with footing, but you'd argue it doesn't work at all.
Well, he's in it and it still doesn't work. Despite his best efforts.
Ask me when I was a kid.
When you were a kid, what did you think of Pauly Shore?
The funniest thing in the world.
Oh.
It's 2 out of 5 coconuts. It's still fun. It is what it is. I'll watch it again, but I'm not watching it all the time. I'm going to give you a wee taste of what movie I'm picking for next week, Ryan.
Oh, really? Okay.
How'd you like that?
I don't know what that is. Keep me out though, what is it? What are you doing to me?
Roll the trailer.
Elle, let's go. We're gonna be late for school.
9th grade pants and 11th grade body. Perfect.
I'm Elle, and that's my best friend Lee.
Oh, is that the wrong color?
We've been besties since the day we were born. How have we stayed so close? We have a set of rules. Like rule number 2, never tell anyone else our secrets. Or rule number 9, Lee's older brother Flynn, he's stupid hot, but totally off limits.
When did you get the boobs?
Oh, and rule number 10, never ever break rule number 9.
What an ass.
I know.
You got a little bit of drool right there in the corner.
Right here?
Yeah,
Do I really? Okay, the student council is expecting our idea for the fundraiser today.
Kissing booth!
Would Flynn be working in the kissing booth?
Absolutely. Flynn will be there. I promise.
Flynn still doing the booth?
So, will you work the kissing booth?
Absolutely not.
Awesome.
You have zero experience with guys. You've never even had a boyfriend.
Whatever.
How about a ride?
Where's your car? What?
I'm not gonna get on that thing like one of your makeout girls.
They don't all make out with me. Okay, so like 95% of them make out with me.
I think you got a text. I'll see who it is.
Okay, I got it.
Why? Is it from a boy?
I decided I had to see you.
Here I was thinking I was just your brother's annoying best friend.
Yeah, there's that too.
Is there something going on between you two?
Nobody can know. At least until I tell Lee.
For me, there was nothing more important than following the rules. But in life,
Step right up, ladies and gentlemen.
you can either follow the rules or follow your heart.
Just need to get your laundry.
Come in.
Hi, honey.
Hey, Mom.
Don't forget, we're going out on Saturday, and I invited the Evanses. Do me a favor, be sweet to Elle. She kind of has a crush on you.